welcome to Religion Link TV, where my spiritual ears stay. Shalom, everybody. Hey, what's up? Happy Saturday. Blessed Shabbat. What's going on? Today is Soul Sister Saturdays on this channel. We're going to talk about three things today. Michelle Obama versus Oprah. Who would you want as presidentess? And also, we're going to talk about the best society. And I have a little message from my soul sisters. That's women who are spiritually grounded in their faith. And what they believe doesn't have to be what I believe, as long as they believe in something. But before we go any further, please go over to my channel and subscribe. Like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel. There are links down below that can get you to my channel, get you over to teespring.com so you can pick up merch over there. You can get coffee mugs, t-shirts, and a hoodie at this present time. Winksters we are on this channel, and we lace, L-A-Y-S-E, looking at you side-eyed if you're the evil of the world, keeping people oppressed, keeping people from God. I mean, let's keep it real, folks, right? So let me see if I can come back on camera. Welcome to Soul Sister Saturday. Yes. How's everybody doing? When the music goes off, we'll start. I got about an hour. You guys want to debate this thing out about Michelle Obama and Oprah? Who do you think would be the best candidate for presidency if they should happen to both run the next term? Do you think it would be Oprah a good fit, or do you think Michelle Obama? And why would you think Oprah would be a good fit versus Michelle Obama? One's not married, one's married, both wealthy, powerful women. Well, who would you select and choose to be your next president of the United States? This is Religion Link TV. I'm your host, Spirituality, and my spiritual ears stay. I'm getting better at this, guys. Hi. I hope I am live. Let me check over here. It's a beautiful day in the state of New York. God bless. This is my second time on today. Working hard on these YouTube streets, guys. Being creative. Being a content creator. Yes. So I hope this is... Seems like my tablet is dead. Hold on, guys. Alright, I see TC and Nuri B. Hold on. Let me get these glasses on. Hey. I see 3 people out in the chat. Thank you. TC says, hello, Nuri B. Hello, TC. Philly is gorgeous also today. Welcome. Guys, I've just been on this road. You all missed. Nuri was there, the great debate with the food stamps, right? So I'm on the roll over here. I'm always saying, like, people are arguing and always there's 2 sides of everything. Why not? This is actually episode 3. I did one with Larry Nelson a little while ago, and then he inspired the food stamp debate yesterday because he said people who brag about food stamps is ghetto. I said, oh no, he didn't. So we had 2 wonderful people calling yesterday and debate whether food stamps was good, for or against. And I may do the same thing here today with Michelle and Oprah. But if you guys had to choose, and if you guys ever thought about it, who would you pick between the 2? But before we go there, I just want to talk about the best society, right? Lovely, good weather today. All right, here in Boston. Praise God. All right, Boston, you're only about 3 hours away. Hey, Nuri. Hey, TC. Hey to the 4 people watching. Guys, I'm stepping up my content over here, my presentation. Things are getting a little bit better. I still get a little nervous when I come live, but it's not debilitating, you know, to the point where it's a mental health disorder. Remember, we talk about mental health, and when you have the anxiety or the sudden, you know, feelings of anxiousness, it's okay if it doesn't keep happening to the point where you can't come live, or you can't go to work, or you can't Take care of your children. Please go seek help. Me, I know I get a little sweaty palms when I come live, but that's about the most anxiety I have right now, thank God. Yes, we'll visit you one day when I'm in New York. Absolutely. It would be a pleasure. Definitely. More than welcome. So, guys, listen. The best society, right? BEST. Bringing elite sisters together. Like TC, Nori, myself, the Oprahs of the world, Michelle Obamas, those married, those not married, those of high income, those of low, those that choose to be A through Z, LGBT, those of us not. We are all women in the eyes of God. We are all equal. So about 3 years ago, I had started working on just bringing people in my community together. The best society. Bringing elite sisters together society. We have a society as women as whole. Whether you label yourself straight, whether you label yourself gay, transgender, bisexual, we're women. For the most part, we're women. We all can't have birth. We all don't have a vajayjay. That's natural. But if you're living your life as a woman, if you're trusting your instincts as a woman and things like that, let's get together. So that leads me into my next thing. Just a small message for women of faith, guys. Listen. I have a lot of friends that's Muslim, that practice the Jewish faith over in Israel. I've worked for a lot of Jews. I know a lot of people that pray and worship the ancestors. I know a lot of Hebrew Israelites. I know a lot of Rastafarites. I know a lot of Buddhisms that practice Buddha and Hindu. There's a lot of faiths out here besides Christian, Muslim, and in Egypt, or the Roman Catholics. It's a lot of religions out here, people. People are people regardless of what they choose to believe in. I don't try to encourage anybody to go with what I go with. I give it to you. If it's right with your spirit, go for it. And I tell other people who don't, listen, at the end of the day, you believe in something outside of yourself. Because it's mankind that got us in this situation. But there is a God. There's a Most High God. And whatever you believe in, whatever you say you read into, whatever you worship should be working for you to be a better person. So I can respect anybody that practice faith as long as it ain't witchcraft, because that's faith for some people too. You know what I'm saying? But being a Muslim, 5%er, more, but be true to whatever it is you say you worship. Don't be putting labels on yourself and then not hold up to what you calling yourselves, i.e. Christians. There's a lot of Christians that's not even living up to what Christianity says in the Word. So that's my little message today, guys. We can be friends. We can respect what you believe. You got to respect what I believe. I worked hard to get to where I'm at and what I believe in, not letting nobody get in my mind to deceive me with religion and things like that. All religions aren't meant for everybody. People come from different parts of the world, was raised under different gods. All people are not the people of the Bible. Unfortunately to them. I mean, it's fortunate to the people of the Bible who are the people of the Bible, trying to live like the people of the Bible. If the rest of the world would stop oppressing us and making people think we don't exist. We are a special people, and by right we should be given credit for that. But no, we're not. Am I mad about that? I'm not, but there's people in my community who are mad about that, because everybody else get to live in their faith and practice their way and do their things according to their customs, but the people of the Bible living as Christians. So that's just to encourage people. It doesn't matter who you believe in, as long as you making that God make you a better person in the end. And like I tell some of my Muslim friends and my so-called Christian brothers and sisters that says in the name of Jesus they're out here killing people, in the name of Allah, I don't think a God wants you to kill, steal, and destroy, because that's the enemy's job. Unless your God is the enemy of other gods, and you're out here killing and stealing and destroying their people. You see how this is adding up? And that's what it was in the days, back in the days. So if you want to keep that going, that's between you and the gods. I have enough sense to know that there was gods fighting out here against the God of the Bible, against other people, against the people of the God of the Bible. God was fighting against other gods and other people just as well and alike. But if you want to keep that going, you can. I always pray to God and say, God, let me respect people the way they respect me, the way I see them. I understand that my great-grandmother, my mother is right down the street at my sister's house. Her mother is white. Her mother is all the way white. I never let the white side enslave me, and I never let the black side of me hate the shit out of me. People, no. Gotta have balance. Thank God I'm a Libra, right? Sometimes my scales, they be wanting to tip, but for the most part, I'm balanced spiritually. That's why this is called Soul Sister Saturdays. You women on my live are grounded spiritually. That's why you're here. You know what Soul Sister is all about. Yeah, it's about being black. It's about having swag, the afro, power to the people. But it's also about faith, about believing in a higher power than yourself. That's the only ground and foundation you need in this world. TC, let me read some comments. Alright, hold on. Let me get there. But you guys see what I'm saying? I just got on here to talk, guys. Just to share a little bit of, whatever wisdom is left in me in these last days. Because Betty Ray said, there was an old lady sitting under a tree. She called me over and she said to me, my days left here may not be long. I wouldn't waste my time telling you nothing wrong. I wouldn't, guys. I wouldn't. Shalom Shabbat, my sister. Blessed TC. Welcome, Nuri. I'm sorry about yesterday. The call-in was good, though, right? I don't know what happened, Nuri, but you're always welcome to call in anytime. You being here was enough for me. Shoot, thank you. But it was a good conversation. TC, you missed it. Sister V Love and Tweety Tweet called in. One was for food stamps and one was against. Now, I gave my testimony in the video prior to that yesterday, but I'm for. And I understand where Tweety was coming from. It can make us lazy and make us dependent on the system and make us not want to look for work and not want to be so independent. And my testimony was when I last lost my job back in January, I refused to go down there. But thank God my daughter received $511 on her own case with her own kids. Even though we in the same house, we're not on the same caseload. And that's legal. Any department of DSS will tell you that, Even when I was working, she was getting her own benefits. But when I lost my job, thank God she was here. So it was a good conversation. So what do we have? It says, sorry about yesterday. I had to run out. But I did come back and watch the replay. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Good first call in live. It was, right? And we'll talk a little bit more. If you guys want to get the debate going, who would you choose? Now you can go ahead and let me know about Oprah or Michelle Obama. I heard talk about them running for presidency at some point in time. The rumor mill was going. But if it was possible, and it doesn't even have to happen, what are your thoughts on it, right? So it goes on. Hi TC, Nuri says, Philly is gorgeous. Oh, it's beautiful out here, guys. It's bright and sunny. Good weather today here in Boston. I love Boston. We go out to the aquarium sometimes. When we do that, that would be a good time to visit you as well, Nuri. Absolutely. Yes, you will visit. Okay, I read that. Thank you, Miss Spiritual Wink. You're welcome. Anytime, TC. I was listening to a little bit of VS. I heard you on the phone there. Yes. I always tell people I'm a little bit between Martin Luther King and a freaking Malcolm X. I will fight you and love you at the same damn time. I'll fight you first though and then love you. Because we've been taught the love will hurt us and be a little bit too passive. I like that a little bit. I don't like being passive aggressive. Just take a little bit and put it together. But yeah, that was a very good conversation. Capricorns are Libra's best friends. I love them. I'm a Libra. Yes, girl. I am a Libra, Miss TC. Check. My birthday is October 15th, for those of you that want to know. And I was born on the sweetest day of the year. It's called the sweetest day because that's the day you're supposed to be giving the men in your life candy. I said, well, damn. Maybe I should have been a boy. That's why my mom, she loves me but don't like me because she had girl, boy. She wanted another boy and she'd have been done. And here I go. But she's down at my sister's house. My mom is so cool, you all. One day I'll try to get her on live. She has a lot of stories to tell you about her mother, grandmother. They started the first church in Schodack, New York, so that's probably where I get some of my spirituality from. But we know as soul sisters, we're just, black people are spiritual people by far, right? Any race of black people are very spiritual, first and foremost. But they started the first church over in the 1800s, and they also used to own Indians called the Isquatic Indians, also known as the Schodack Indians. So my family owned slaves and dated them. My mom has Indian mixed in her. So like I believe all 12 tribes of the Aboriginal Indians from Israel, the Hebrew Israelites, are us people. I believe you can find Indian pretty much in all of us because we are those Aboriginal people. But my mom has a story to tell. Her father, my grandfather, used to be a television repairman. Used to run with Legs Diamonds, all the number runners, all the 33-degree third Mason people that used to be back in the day. He used to own a temple. My family is deep. And I just said, Lord, set me on course. Help me to break some of them damn generational curses in my family. So it says, yes, I saw the replay. You did? It was good. Michelle Obama. All right, that would be nice. Absolutely, it would be, Nori. We get together and we do things like that every summer. So we don't know where we going this summer, but I will be in New York City on Memorial Day. My sister called me yesterday. She has no kids. She's 54 years old. She's been working for the state of New York since she was 18 years old. And she's nowhere near retiring, but because she has no kids, she owns her own house. She don't drive. She don't own a car, so she has a pretty penny. She's a top sales representative for Avon, and I think she still does the cashier for the state, the whole state overall. But she gets us all together for her birthday, holidays, and take 4 or 5 of us, out shopping or whatever. So she's getting 4 of us plus herself on Memorial Day, and we're all gonna get on the bus and go down and come back. What it says, Michelle Obama for president and Oprah for that would be a hell of a combination. TC, you my girl. You always strike the most conversations and bring that and bring it out of us, right? Listen, I was thinking the same thing. That would be a hell of a team right there. That would be a heck of a team if we can get those 2 women in the office. Oprah, because she's a standalone strength on her own. Smart, intelligent, bright. She doesn't believe in Christ, so that's where we differ a little bit. But she's still powerful. She's still a black woman. She still know how to make moves and make money. Now, if she can bring that back to the hood, bring that back to this side of the plantation again, because there was house niggas and field niggas, and if the house niggas can just look back and give the field nigga a hand sometimes, we wouldn't need reparation. We all be keeping our money in our own community, building one another up. Just like when people come from other countries, they be 25 family deep in a 2-bedroom apartment. So they all can earn money, go out. I know a lot of people that did that. They all got stores now, houses, cars. We can't live together to save our life, let alone to pay one rent, one light bill. You got 20 people living in one house and you split in that. Everybody working, building your money up, building your credit up. So it goes on to say, the sweetest day. Never heard of that before. Google it. It's the sweetest. Put in the sweetest day of the year, and it's going to come up the sweetest day. And you're going to read it. It's going to tell you you're supposed to be giving your husband, your man, your son, your father candy on October 15th. Alright. What school, Religious Link? Okay, what school what? What do you mean what school? What school? What school? I was talking about a school. What was I saying? Remind me, TC. That would be good at TC, Nuri says. That's nice. Are you doing call-ins? You want to do call-in now? I can't, excuse me. I can, TC. Hold on. That would be nice, but with two strong-headed women, that testosterone, that's what happened on my last job. It was 8 women in the office. Couldn't open up no windows. Everybody was flying around there full of testosterone. Alright, let me try to pull up the phone call. That was crazy though. What school was I talking about? I'm gonna pull up the phone call, TC. Now, I was hoping to get in a conversation like this as well. Michelle, because she's married. Michelle has a husband. Michelle is a mother. Michelle is nurturing. Michelle's been first lady. Oprah's been first lady to her house nigga Stedman since they've been together. Let me stop. That's why the celebrities don't like me either. You think Tasha K be giving them a hard time. They all kick my ass off Twitter. Oh, let me stop. But you would think Oprah would be president because she know how to run things. She's independent. She's been in television and a public figure for over 25 years now, going 30, 40 years now doing what she do, right? Hold on one second. Alright, so let's see. I might be in TC. Hold on. Oh, my family school. What do you mean my family school? Was I talking about my family school? Family school. When you get on the line, let me open it up. Hold on. Why am I not hearing it? Oh, because I didn't. There we go.
Welcome. This service is provided by freeconferencecall.com.
Alright, TC.
One host in this conference.
Here goes the number. Nuri, I messed your head up with the pin yesterday, right? I kept putting pin in the chat, TC, in his access code. Nuri kept saying I can't call in. I was feeling so stupid when I thought about it. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. So the access code, the number is 1605-313-4121. The access code is 336974. Alright, there we go. Oh, well, you know what? The phone lines are now open. The number is, I hope I'm in right. I had to play with it yesterday, right, Nuri? TC, let me know if you're having a problem or if you can call in or not. The phone lines are open, guys. If you want to state your facts or your case about why Michelle would be a better president than Oprah, please call in. The number is 1-605-313-4121. The access code, not the PIN, the access code is 336974. Thank you. So to the 4 people watching, put it in the chat. Who would you select, appoint? Who would you want to be president? Would you want both of them to run for office and become president and vice president? Do you think they would clash and bump heads? Have 2 different governing styles. How about that? One is more nurturing because of the mothering and the parenting and being a wife to her husband. Now Oprah, she dates Stedman, but there's no nurturing there. There's no mothering there. She has her poodles and things like that, right? But can you see the difference in the styles of governing? How will be Oprah would be more of a stern, more of a, what am I trying to say? Firestone, hellfire, brimstone, hell and fire kind of president. And maybe, okay, hold on, TC, you there?
Yeah.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. What's up?
Oh my God, I'm excited. How are you? Wait, let me get the speakers up here so we can hear you. All right, there you go. Hey, welcome to Soul Sister Saturdays. Thank you for supporting this channel. I appreciate you, TC. And your voice is very powerful on the YouTube land. I pray one day you get your own channel and start teaching, sister.
Oh, boy. Well, thank you.
You're welcome. That's amazing. So, listen, let me just ask you one question.
Certainly.
Who would be the better presidentess? Oprah or Michelle in your eyes?
Wow, let me just say this. I love them both. I do. I think that both of them have something that is necessary for the totality of the office. However, we can only choose one. And see, my whole thing is I want all or none. So I would want both of them, and that would be that for me. So, but here's the thing. So I would want Michelle Obama.
Okay.
Yeah. I would choose Michelle Obama. I think Michelle Obama has an appeal to a particular crowd of people, of mothers as well as wives.
Are you there? Are you still
Hello?
there? TC, you still there?
I'm here.
Oh, okay. I thought we got disconnected. I do apologize.
That's all right.
All right, you got it. Go ahead.
And so I think that she really hits and targets and can really get to and galvanize a lot of people from different communities. Those community, like I said, the city, people from the city, people who are mothers, people who are wives, people who black women, educated, Ivy Leaguer. That kind of thing, middle class, a particular Generation Xer, and so she has that appeal, and she has that appeal, and I think that she would definitely do an awesome job with the office, because I've seen her in acting as it pertains to her husband.
Absolutely.
And she got involved with the whole health and wellness thing. Exercise and good food in the schools and things of that nature. She got out there and she did her thing. Now let me just say this: she grew up in a middle class family, and her father was a police officer. So one of the things that I would say would be her president and Oprah vice president. Oprah comes from a certain class of people, and she was raised and born, went to an HBCU. She went to Jackson State, just so that Tennessee State, Tennessee State, so that people will understand that Oprah, a billionaire, black woman, graduated from an HBCU. Yes, indeedy. So
Right.
those of you who are HBCU grads, we all know we can graduate from HBCUs and make it big. Yes, we can.
Absolutely. You can be
Okay.
from a 2-year college like me, shoot.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and we know this because most people prior to 1980, most of us went to HBCUs anyway, for undergrad especially.
Right.
And things of that nature. Of course, certain people went into certain programs and they were able to specialize in certain fields. So that's a totally different story. But anyway, the bottom line is that I would like that combination. That would be my dream team combination right there.
Well, you know what sparked it today, right? Because we had the food stamp debate yesterday, for or against. I got up like Soul Sister Saturday. Who could we talk about today to kind of bring the conversation to the forefront? Obama, or Michelle, and Oprah. I'm like, they would make a very good presidential team if it could ever go to that point. But if it couldn't, and you had to choose one from the other, man, oh man, I'm looking at Michelle Obama. Man, oh man, I'm looking at Oprah. Like it's hard to choose. So I put it before you all today, just to have conversation and spark it. Get us thinking about the possibilities of having 2 black women in the White House. If we can get behind Oprah and Michelle Obama and start campaigning and planting a seed in their ear, who knows what will be, the next presidential term or whatever.
Absolutely.
So
I mean, and it can happen,
It can, absolutely, TC. And I know women like you have voice to get this conversation sparked wherever you go, whatever platform, even in your personal lives. We'll have this conversation after today, like, man, I sure wish Michelle Obama and Oprah, or another set of Michelle Obamas and Oprahs that's rising up in the ranks, just to have 2 black women in the White House. Man, that would be an awesome thing to see.
Absolutely, and why not? We've always had 2 white men in the White House.
2 white older men. I'm sorry, but 2 white older men, right? And it's like, when are things going to change? Let's go there. Start talking, TC. Hold on. Nuri said that is tough because she liked them both. So Nuri, you don't have to choose. You can go ahead with them both. But she's like, it's hard to choose.
I don't believe in allowing people to make me have to choose. So this is why I tell people that I want from the beginning, and then we will see what kind of cards are gonna play itself out. Now, if Oprah or Michelle, one of them say, "Hey, I don't want to do it," and let it be towards the other, then I would have to go with one or the other. However, I want both because that's how I am. I'm greedy and I want it all, and I should have it all. I deserve it all. I've earned it all in this country, and we deserve the right to at least speak. That's what we want.
Yes.
I'm not going to say, oh, I would like them both, but. Because when you say but, you have just canceled out
the
what your thought was and the strength and the power behind it.
So true. Now, TC, you brought up the conversation of making somebody choose, right? That's what a debate is. You're either for one or against one. So you already made your choice when you got on the stage. You're not gonna get on stage and waver, right? That's why I'm putting it to the people as a debate, because you already have your mind made up. I know in this instance we're just like, not joking or whatever, but having a little girl day, powwowing or whatever. But if it was really a debate, you'd be for Oprah or you'd be against Oprah. You'd be for Michelle or you'd be against Michelle. And that way you make the choice still, because you're going to choose as to which one you're going to represent. It's kind of like voting. You have a choice to go out and vote. You already know in your heart who you're going to go out and vote for. even
Four,
though
right.
even though the elections don't always put in office who you vote for, you know what I'm saying? But it's kind of like still giving
Mhm.
you the choice with the debate, because you can step on the stage and said, I'm gonna go with Oprah. But realistically, we all want both of them to win, both of them to run for presidency, both of them to succeed in office together at one point if they can. But that was a good point you brought up. You don't want anybody to make you choose sides. Absolutely. And I think that's what this world has done. Whether it's the elephant or the donkey, whether that's the Democrat, the
Right.
Republican, whether it's, this side or that side, or this way of life or that way of life. And it's always a choice out. Like somebody's always forcing us to choose. So this is a great
Yeah,
conversation.
we always have to. It's like either or, neither nor.
Yes.
And you know what? This is it's a mentality, and it is a mentality that continues to persist in our community. I understand where it came from and it comes from. However, I'm not going to allow for somebody to write my narrative. I'm creating a new narrative that is mine. Like it, lump it, or leave it alone. Here's the thing. If somebody paid me I'd have to be paid about $10 million in order to say in a debate who I would want, either one or the other. And it would have to be from some white folks. They would have to pay me $10 million. If they want to hear my debate and get me the waiver, that's the waiver. That's the leverage right there. $10 million and I'll waiver.
TC Nuri said you're right. Now the reason why I love the movie Great Debaters, I would love to get on stage with some of these people of the lighter brother and debate where we are in this world today. Debate where is reparation. Let's debate it, because again, I'm gonna choose what I want before I get on the stage. I want equality. I want civil rights. And I'm gonna debate it down to the ground. I want to be equal. I want to be able to have my own sharecrops and my own irrigation systems. I don't want to eat and drink out the hands of people who keep trying to hurt us. I would be out. You know what I'm saying? We would be having that kind of debate and those kind of questions on the table.
I agree. I agree.
All right. So let me see. We have 2 people in the chat. Thank you. I know Nuri's there. Thank you to the other one person. Anything else, TC, you want to say about the presidential campaign, the president himself? Anything you noticed with Oprah and Michelle? Have you heard of them running for presidency? I know I've heard talk, the rumor mill about both of them.
Right. So I'm in politics here in Philly.
Okay.
Actually, we have a very because I'm just saying it's from Philly. Shout out to my sister if she's there. If she's not, I'm a shout out. She'll probably hear the replay. The thing is that we have a big primary coming up this Tuesday.
Okay.
Joe Biden is here in Philadelphia today.
Oh wow! Did you get to go out?
Yes.
Good for you.
So I just got an opportunity to this morning to just see what was what, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the thing. Yeah. There's been talks about Omarosa. There's been talks about and I heard it today, Oprah as well as Michelle Obama.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I will say this. People are not in Philadelphia. The black women are not as okay with Kamala as they would be Michelle Obama.
I know they definitely don't want Kamala Harris in office at all, because she does not represent black people in general, in whole, in part, in none. Some people just don't like her at all.
Yeah, that's real.
Now listen to this. When President Obama was in office, right, we were all hyped up, a black man in office. If just like with the Kennedys, you know how they made it a family dynasty, the Bushes, now we got Trump trying to do the same exact thing, just make it a family business and keep the family going as long as they can. Did we miss that with Obama? Did we miss that? Well, we have his wife. Her name is in the running, But if he would have had more descendants or family supporting him of the darker brother, of course,
Yeah.
could we have kept control of the White House that way? Because that's how all of these older, the European, the Anglo-Saxon men have kept it going. Family after family, family member after family member running for office because my dad is president. I get to be president, like some entitlement or something.
Mm-hmm. So here's the answer to that. Well, President Obama only has 2 daughters.
Right.
I'm not particularly sure about if he has the brothers and sisters situation. I'm not particularly sure if he has nephews or if he has nieces. I'm not sure of that situation. However, his lineage is cut quite short, and it's probably he was picked particularly for a particular reason, so they wouldn't have a lineage of somebody else running for office for the White House. But here's the T, and I say this to people all the time.
Okay.
The White House is only a figurehead office. The presidency is only a figurehead. That Congress is lethal.
Mm-hmm.
If we could get his daughters to run for Congress, well, his mom, I think Michelle should run for president. I think she should just go over everything, just go for president, handle her business. However, when it comes down to the lineage and generational wealth building, I think that President Obama's daughters, I don't know what their situation is, but I hope that there is some grooming that is in the making for them to be a part of some type of political power.
Arena. Absolutely, and try to have some stay. Even if it's not in the White House per se, just in politics some kind of way to keep a black voice in there.
Absolutely. And right. Keep somebody, to keep us represented.
Absolutely, because if they get us all out, then what? If we don't have the desire to run, then what? It
won't work. They're not gonna ever get us all out because they're not that stupid. They are more intelligent than that. Then that's not gonna happen. Worst come to worst, they're gonna get those Oreo cookies in there. Those people that look like us, but on the inside they're really something else. So we have to be cognizant of all of those things, and I just know that there's no way in this world, not in 2019, that they're going to ultimately make us extinct in terms of running for Congress.
Yeah, no, there's always going to be people like Kamala Harris and, the scapegoats and the yes sirs and the yes mans and the do girls of politics against our people. They're always going to find somebody to raise up in our community, offer them a little bit more false hope and a little bit more land and a little bit more leeway. And again, they steady, instead of turn back to help us, they turn back to shit on us. Excuse my expression.
Yeah. But and they get it back too, because they think that they think some people are for them. And they're being used for the time being, and then they get moved out as well. Like, it's real simple, So that's why I say, if I get in office from day one, I'm going gangster, because I already know they're coming, and I might as well go ahead and I'm gonna free everybody. It's gonna be amazing.
Okay.
When I say free everybody, I'm talking about worthy, notable folks who want their minds freed. They're going to get that opportunity.
Yes, TC. I agree with you there. Absolutely. So, okay, guys, this was an amazing phone call. We got Nuri. She's saying exactly. She says, as Kamala, I agree with some of her beliefs. She says she agreed with some of Kamala's beliefs. And, that's That's okay. We all agree with
Yeah,
something everybody says, or some part of everybody. Nuri says exactly. It's not that you don't like that person, and we're gonna disagree with some things about everybody, and not
hmm
like everything about somebody. But she does have.
that's
She,
right.
like the woman brought up yesterday, like we were talking about the food stamps. Yes, I like food stamps. It's for there to help people. But then Tweet came along and she was like, it makes them lazy, the da da da. And she was bringing a good point. And it's okay to have different opinions about the same subject. And
Right.
it was a well respected conversation. It didn't end in an argument. It was very, very nice. So yes, Nuri, I agree with you. There's some things about Kamala as far as how we can't be easy with our community to an extent. We can't keep sugarcoating stuff, making excuses, taking the easy way out. We have to get tough with one another, toughen up ourselves, and just face it head on.
And I just want to say this to Nuri. I think, hi Nuri. I want to say that it is so important for us to. I watch a lot of debates, like back in the '60s, like when they had Malcolm on TV, and there were a lot of debates. And I watched debating, throughout politics,
Mhm.
and I also watch other people of other cultures when they don't agree with each other totally. Here's the difference.
Mhm.
We have to learn to edify each other regardless of whether or not we disagree with that person's belief system and or otherwise.
That's right.
When I say edify, you just like what you just did, religious wing, and just like what Nuri's talking about.
Mhm.
We can say, I really appreciate what you're saying, because, and then this is, however, one of the things that concern me is not just the police and more police on the streets, but police and controlling the behavior and training of the police. I think we need to do both. And see, this is the thing. And that was an example because I know Kamala was really tough on crime and all that stuff.
Right.
And this is the thing. We are not blind to the fact that we know that there are folks in our community and other folks in all of these communities,
That's right.
race, creed, religion, and or otherwise, that do not, and I repeat, that will not, I repeat, that should not be on the street.
That's right. I agree with you.
Okay?
100%.
We know this. And so
100.
we have to find a happy medium and some kind of balance sometimes, as opposed to always taking the extreme position. So I'm with what both of you were saying. I'm going to say the same thing like Nuri is saying. Kamala Harris, as far as I'm concerned, yes, I agree with a lot of some of the things that she has talked about in terms of policy. And I've noticed she's talking about reparations big time.
Mhm.
I know that she started talking about it. I haven't heard in depth. However, I'm willing to listen. And she went to Howard University. I just wondered, how she got past all the brothers from Howard University to get married to the other. But that's okay.
That's okay,
If she's
right?
in love and they in love,
Yeah, no, I
that's
feel
my only.
you.
That's my only thing with Kamala. It's a standing joke. HBCU folks, we all understand. Actually, when she was here about 3 months ago, I got an opportunity to talk to her, and I said, "How did you get past all those brothers at Howard University?
You're a
How did
blast.
they let you get by?"
Okay. So,
And she laughed. That was the end of it.
Nuri said you have to be a gangster in office, and then she says we really have to have our own policing. Kind of what like the Nation of Islam
Yeah.
kind of teaches. I agree with that. I am not NOI, but I like some of their teachings for our community overall. If NOI, if the Bible, if a little bit of the Moors, if you, I all could come together with a little bit of our beliefs, that's the whole kit and caboodle right there. We're all separated and have all the right answers to an extent in all the right ways of going about it. If we can just bridge that gap and bring our communities together, but we need to police our own, because one thing I want to say is, if you let the people out of prison who shouldn't be there, then the ones that should by right be there, it would be enough to house them. But right now we got people,
absolutely.
We got people in prison that shouldn't even be there. I'm going to share a story with you. My son-in-law, they're not married yet, but my daughter got 2 children by him, her only 2 children, her second boyfriend ever. She moved out at 18. He got popped. He did a little robbery. Instead of them asking for help, he went and robbed the house to try to take care of her and her 2 kids. He got popped. First offense, 7 years flat. And you got people out here raping and murdering, getting 6 months, 5 months. Yeah. No, a smack on the wrist, no time at all.
So here's the thing, Boo. Here's the thing, Religious Wing and Nuri. Here's the thing. We have a system, and it's called, a trial, and it's called going to court. I know so many people that try to get out of going to court. So here's going to jury. And this is the thing. I'm always trying to be on jury duty. They don't want me. I know that's right. They don't want me on jury duty.
Too many of us trying TC, not to cut you off. Too many of us try to get out of jury duty. That's what we need to be.
I know.
Oh my, we run from the things that can actually give us a voice.
Because we get out of jury duty, guess what happens? Then it allows other people to get on jury duty. They're going to look out for the cookout. They're going to look out for their own folk, the decrepit rapists, pedophiles, and everything else. And political whores and everything else. So I'm saying that, listen, is this system that we live in is not a bad system. Bad people make it a bad system.
Right. It will work if the right people was working it.
There it is.
The systems in place are not bad. You gotta police some of the crime in the world. If not, we'll all be out here criminals, right? All out here hurting one another. But it's it's the people in charge of it who's abused the systems. You're right. I agree with you 100%, TC. The system is not bad.
And then the folks that don't necessarily, that my whole thing is that everyone needs to serve their time. And I don't mean in the military. I mean serve by serving on juries. Do you know that there have been a couple of cases, there have been cases, and I have a friend of mine who's an attorney, and she said, had it not been for a couple of the black people that she chose to be on, as a juror, that in civil cases, that a lot of our black people would never have gotten a thing.
No.
You see, I mean, and that's some real stuff. And this is the thing. Why did some of our people back in the day always have to get thrown in jail? Because it was an all-white jury.
Yep, and that was the only way they knew how to control the so-called unruly Negro of that day.
However, we now have a system where we can also get on jury duty as well.
And let me tell you, the first time I ever went is when I realized people are not being judged by their peers. I'm sitting up here looking at a young black man facing a drug charge, and I'm sitting here looking at this man, right? But it's all older white men and a couple of white women, maybe 1 or 2 other black. I said, this is not being judged by his peers. This is ridiculous.
Exactly.
So that part of the system is broken. People are not being judged by their peers. If you have an older white man, then that's who should be judged, his peers, A young black man should not be in a court of law being judged by old racist white men every time they get in trouble.
That's right. And this is the thing. All parts of the system are flawed.
Yes.
And have its own disparities. I tell my young people that go to college, and I tell these millennials, because see, the millennials, they don't have they want to go to work, get their money, and play. They want to play hard and work whenever they can.
And
It doesn't work like that.
Right. I was gonna say that's backwards. That's backwards. Right.
Absolutely backwards.
That's
Absolutely incorrect and absolutely backwards.
Mm-hmm.
They won't earn anything until they put in the time. You see, right?
Right.
They have to put in the time, and our system is so corrupt that if they don't get out there and start getting it and beating the pavement like we did, and we were doing things out there in the community.
Right.
We were volunteering. We were everywhere. It's gonna be a very, very hard time.
Nuri says yes, all white jury. Exactly. It's true, Nuri. Most people that if you never been on jury duty before, you won't believe who sits on the jury most of the time, and it's not your peers. Mm-hmm. It is not your peers. That's for sure. All right.
Exactly right.
So where else you want to go with this conversation, TC? Anything else you want to talk about? Michelle Obama, Oprah?
Well, I do have something, and it may only pertain to a few. Okay. But if I have this platform, I still want to share.
You got it.
Okay, I know most people know I love my historically black colleges with all of our problems. I am not naive. Right. However, there is a scholarship.
Okay.
There is a scholarship right now that Luther Vandross' mother has.
Oh.
And is for people that live in the Northeast. I know some people live in South and everything. This is how they put together this scholarship. So you have to live in the Northeast, and you have to be in your 3rd, 4th, or 5th year of college at an HBCU.
Oh, okay.
Now, I only found 2 people so far. I am like, oh my gosh, However, if folks know about it, know someone who's at an HBCU, they live and they're from the Northeast. So they have to live and they have to be from the Northeast.
Wow, but that's my region here.
Right, exactly. If they are going to any HBCU, it doesn't matter where they're going to college, but they have to be from the Northeast. So we consider the Northeast part of the United States, Delaware, New Jersey, New York,
Maine,
Pennsylvania.
Okay, right. The whole East Coast.
Okay. And things of that nature.
Okay.
3rd year, junior year, senior year, or their 5th year. Some young people are going to be in their 5th year of college.
So TC, I have a friend named Sir Walford. If anybody have ever heard of Sir Walford, he's this Jamaican guy. He's been on the airwaves, oh my God, almost 40 years now, close to 40 years. And Sir Walford works at a college here in Albany where I live. He works at and he's on the radio every Saturday. Matter of fact, he's on right now, and he goes from like 12 to 8 p.m. So what I'll do is I'll watch the replay, write everything down, just go through it one more time, read all the instructions, the directions. I'll sit quiet and I'll watch it on the replay, and I'll read it off to him or text it to him either later on or tomorrow. So next week when he goes on the radio, he can advertise it that way for you as well.
Well, this is what I can do, so you don't have to go through the replay and everything. Your email address is in the link, is in the chat, right?
Not my email. No, that's to my channel, but I can give you my email.
Yeah, just give me your email. I'll email you the link to the thing. It's easy.
Okay, all right. I'll so give you my email online now. Actually, no. Spirituality says at gmail.com.
There you go. Spirituality.
But TC, when you spell it, the T, right, is spirituality, the Litea. So it's SPIRITUALITEA, spirituality says at gmail.com. And that way I could give him the link and he could download it into his program, and he'll advertise it all day for you from now until whenever. But we good like that.
June something.
Okay. And I'll let you know when he do it. I'll give you confirmation that I gave it to him and he's aware of it and he's advertising it. As a matter of fact, I'll make it somewhere where I can call him on a live and maybe you could hear it playing through the phone like that. But we'll do something like that.
Absolutely.
That'll work. Yeah. I can do that
let
for
me
you.
Let me just get it. Spirituality, TEA, right?
Yes, TEA. You spell it spirituality, except for the TY is TEA, says.
But
S-A-Y,
S-A-Y-S.
Yes, at gmail.com.
At gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Yep.
Done deal. Done deal.
Right.
And anytime I have any scholarships, actually I have another one, but I need to confirm it and do some due diligence with that one.
Okay.
And I will make sure that, I share it. Like, this is what I like. I like to make sure that young people and people who are non-traditional students, they're going to college. And if they're going to college, there are a plethora of scholarships that are out here just waiting and sitting.
Wow.
Howsoever, unfortunately, my folks don't want to write an essay. They don't want to get in there and do it.
Oh, they want to hand it to them, but they don't want to do the work to get it. That's
exactly, and I'm like, are you serious? Like, what are you kidding me?
No.
And this is the thing. I have a master's degree. I don't have any loans.
Bless you.
I don't. And here's the thing: when you don't have any loans, the freedom that comes with that, the feeling that comes with that,
right,
is amazing. You understand?
Yeah.
So we don't have our children working on the in the slave camp because they have to. They do it because they want to, and it's something that they love and they want to do for that particular community or cause or purpose. However, this is the thing: before they go to school, before they go to college, they need to be ready and prepared with scholarships. And I don't want parents taking out loans and things of that nature. Don't do it. No.
Right. Because I went to college, and unfortunately, I went to a 2-year college, and I didn't have scholarships or anything like that. But the money they charge, the programs that's out here to make it easier for us to go to school is right at our fingertips. It's right at, like you said,
right there.
Right in the essay.
That's right.
Taking the test. Sometimes they just want you to travel to the school and make a visit there to see if you like the school, and we can't even do that.
There you go. Be present. Our in the moment.
Our community gets so lazy to an extent. Not that we're lazy people, but we won't do what it's right there. Like every time somebody said, "Oh, there's an opportunity to go to nursing school," I'm like, "How do I do it?" There's an opportunity to go to college. How do I, inquire, do it. It's right there, people.
Absolutely. Exactly. And I know that to be a fact. And I also know it because I have sent several young people to college without a loan. These were not the brightest bulbs in the chandelier. No, not all of them. But the bottom line is that what they had to offer and the potential that they had, I made sure that I just went ahead and investigated so that I could find the money for them to go to college. They did everything I asked. They prepared. They were ahead of time. They didn't wait till the last minute. And that spirit of procrastination, I rebuke it, because it don't live here anymore.
And
no way.
That's a rebuke for our whole entire community. It's a sense of procrastination, not wanting to push themselves as hard, and it ain't even a push. Writing an essay for some may be tedious. Others is something that if you do it, just like anything else, it's an opportunity to go to college. It's an opportunity to be educated. It's an opportunity to get better jobs. So I'm with you. I stand in agreement with the rebuke for our whole entire community collectively to get that spirit of procrastination off of us.
Yes.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead.
That was it, and that was it. And I thank you, and I will email you, and then you'll have it.
Now make sure you got it right. It's SPIRITUALITEA says. Spirituality says.
At Gmail.
At gmail.com. Yep. And I'll wait for you to give that to me. And I'll make sure Sir Walford gets it. He is like a renowned DJ. He been in the field for so long. He actually works at a university here in Albany. So some of the children I know may be headed out to a HBC school. And that'll be a blessing if somebody can get selected from my neck of the woods. That would be an interview. That would be
exactly.
Yeah, because
and that's what. And listen, and that's what I say. You know what?
More content.
I love it when a Hello,
I'm here. I'm sorry.
I love it when a plan comes together, and we can help somebody, and help somebody else, because our young people need it. They need the extras. They need the finances to go to school.
Yeah.
And for those that even have a full scholarship somewhere, I have a lot of parents. Oh well, they have a full scholarship. Okay, but did they tell you that you have to pay for the laundry? Did they tell you that you have to pay for soap and toothbrush and toothpaste and hair products and things of that nature? They still got to get their hair done, right?
Well, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And so a lot of folks, they get real uppity when their children are getting a full scholarship. That's wonderful, because that's academic and that's probably room and board. However, there are other things that occur.
Now,
take that money. Be humble.
Yesterday, Nuri, we heard Miss Tweety Tweet say yesterday, back in some colleges. Now she said she was roughly maybe 10, 12, 13 years older than myself. Because I was like, I'm in y'all age group. She said, no, you're not, little girl, But they're a little older than me, 10, 11 years, the women that was on the phone with me yesterday. And she was saying how colleges, right, Nuri, used to have food stamp booklets on campus in the guidance counselor's office for struggle students and for people that couldn't get food.
Yes, they did.
I never heard of that yesterday. I was like, wow, I never heard of that. And I was amazed that they looked out for the students like that.
Absolutely. They certainly did.
You heard of that before?
Absolutely.
Wow.
I've definitely heard it. Definitely. And let me say this. I initially heard it on the TWI campus. So for the white institutions, the traditionally white institutions. I heard about it from them, because they always kept food stamps, and they always kept certain kinds of amenities and accommodations for their students.
Oh, wow.
I was blessed to do some traveling to the various HBCUs, and there are other HBCUs that are in the country they look out for the cookout. I'll put it that way.
Okay, that's what's up, because I didn't. That really shocked me yesterday, and I've never heard it before. So you're never too old to learn, people. Keep your ears open and your feet to the pavement, right? So you can begin to learn and educate yourself. This has been Soul Sister Saturdays. We have Nuri in the chat. We have Miss TC, White Girl Reed, on the phone, you all. She's very educated.
Now, did you?
Go ahead.
Excuse me, spiritual link. Did you, by any chance? I just emailed you. Did you get it?
Let me see. 1 second. I hear something coming in. All right, hold on, T. Oh, there we go.
Okay.
So, whoa.
I'm going to email you something else. I just wanted to make sure that was you, that you got it. I'll email you the rest of everything. I just wanted to make sure that was you.
Yes, ma'am, TC. All right,
excellent.
So. I know I'll try, but It's there. It's the top one. I got it. It came in at 5:18 p.m. And if I hit on it, yes, ma'am. Good afternoon, sis. Let me know you see this. Is that you?
Yeah,
Yeah, I got it.
definitely.
I got it, TC. Okay, so I'll wait for the rest of it to come in. I'll reach out to Sir Walford and we'll go from there. This is great networking. This is what Soul Sister Saturdays is all about, you all. TC's in Philly. I'm in New York. Nuri's in Boston. But we made a triangle of spiritual connection today. We are grounded in
Hmm.
faith, and God is good, you all. Look what came out of Michelle and Oprah.
How about that?
Okay. So with that being
How about
said,
that?
yes, TC, thank you so much for calling in. I'll go ahead and let you hang up, and I'll wrap up the rest. It was over a little over an hour and 15 minutes, 20 minutes. This was amazing, guys. You guys are making my lives come alive. Keep coming back, you guys. I enjoy you. You guys teach me a lot. I mean, iron sharpens iron. I love to listen to you. You all are educated and you communicate with me. That means a lot. TC, I will be reaching out to you. I'll wait for the rest of the email to come through and we'll get people these scholarships. But guys, you can't be afraid to do the things that these scholarships require. There's grants out there as well. So many grants, right, Miss TC?
Yes.
That we all
Yes.
can be applying for. They got grants for people such as myself. I was looking yesterday out of work. There's just so many grants for school,
Yes.
start your own business, child
Hmm.
care. There's so many. It's so much free money out here. Well, all we got to do is apply. And
That's true.
you're
That's all,
not.
and when we have those conversations with each other, instead of talking underneath everybody's clothes like everybody does, instead of talking underneath the sheets and between the sheets, whatever that song was, but
Hallelujah.
they need to start talking up to the head and the pineal gland, your crown and your pineal gland.
Absolutely.
And they need to utilize that throat chakra to do some talking about some things that are going to be necessary for the next generations to come. And
Praise
for us
God.
who are
Praise
here
God.
already,
Praise
we are
God.
trying to maintain, and it's
Right.
important for us to share information constantly.
That's right.
Constantly.
I agree with you
So you don't stop.
100%.
Don't stop what you're doing. Get in there, say the word or preach the word, share the word.
That's
Because,
right.
and if there's anybody that has anything that is of value, then let's handle that.
And you know what, TC? Betty Wright, that's one of my favorite singers. She said, be a lady in the streets and a freak in the sheets. You got to listen to the wise women of today. You ain't got no business talking about nobody under their clothes or what they doing in the bedroom. You know that you gotta have what's really integrity. You gotta have discipline. You gotta have courage not to do what the rest of the world is doing. That's what makes Religion Wink TV so different. You all so special. It's hard because you don't think I want to be out here acting like the rest of YouTube and doing no, but you gotta have some kind of uh, covering over your life. And as Miss TC said, you can't be out here using your voice to talk about things that bring people down. You got to start to edify people, exhort people,
There you go.
lift people up,
There you go.
encourage people, admonish people in the most high way of living in life. I was going to say Yahweh, but not everybody believes in the most high God. But you still can speak to somebody's higher way of living, their highest mind, and not their lower selves. So with that being said, TC, you want to wrap it up?
I just want to say, I am Yahweh. I am. They believe in it. They just don't know that they do because they have not been fully awoken yet, and their pineal gland and their crown is still in is still in a fog. Like most people who don't understand what Yahweh really is.
And another thing, TC, if I speak to your feet and your legs and your knees and your groin area, that's about as elevated you're going to get. If I speak to the neck, the head, the spirit, the highest part of you, you may begin to grow grow out of that stuckness where you stuck at in life. You may be able to strengthen yourself and stand on your own 2 feet and not rely on everybody else to get you through. But this has been amazing. Yay!
Amen. That's right. Yes. Thank you, my sister.
My
Thank you.
platform
And
is
Nori.
always open. Nuri, oh, go ahead. Nuri, she has something to say to you.
Well, I just want to say thank you so much, Nori. You're a gem. I look forward to talking with you in the nearest future.
Now, I don't know if you guys have Google Hangouts or whatever, but I would love TC to do a panel. I know how to navigate now through Google Hangouts. You know how where 2 or 3 people be on the screen at one time? You do have...
Yes, I like that.
Okay. So the next time we go live, I'll prepare to go through Google Hangouts instead of OBS. That way I could send you the link and you could come on to the live with me.
Exactly, especially now that you have my email, then I could just come on up.
I could just email you the link, yes, and you could come right on to the, yes.
We can all come on up there together.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
It's another lady on YouTube, and I'm very fond of her, Angel Domingue. She's a very beautiful woman. If you check her page out, she's from the tribe as well. She's a Hebrew Israelite. She's like me and, still doing the little Christian thing a little bit, but we know the truth. She's another one I would love to have on the panel that day. I'll email her. I do have her email. Angela, I'm going to reach out to you. Hey. But she's somebody that she politics on the same wavelength that we do.
Excellent.
Shout out to you, Angel. Yes, so I'm going to build up that panel, and we'll get that going within hopefully the next week or so. We'll have us maybe next Saturday. Do it a week from today on Solstice Saturday. Have a bunch of women on the panel and hashing it out.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Well, that would be excellent for me in terms of after the primaries. So, yes.
Yeah, and you can share that. You can also share any more scholarships, anything going down on Philly, your experience with Joe Biden being in your town. I think that is so amazing. I think that's amazing to have, people of the White House, people of stature, people of, some kind of fame, come to your town and you be able to go out and be around them. That's amazing. So, guys, this is it. Go ahead. No, I'm not in no rush. Go ahead.
No. I was just going to say, what's her name? Maya Angelou has a poem, and it says, we are more alike, my friend, than we are unalike.
Yes. One of my favorite quotes. So true.
And exactly. So when you're around these people, you realize that they just as crazy as a bedbug, and I got to go on that.
You know what? And I was going to tell you, and I'm going to leave it here too. You saying we just alike. There's somebody on YouTube, and I be looking out pretty much everything they got in their house, I have in my house. That's how much we have in common. Even down to our kids have been through some of the same thing. I'm like, wow, this is weird. It's crazy, but I look out in the world like we are more alike. The way we keep our house, the things we have in our house, how we keep our hair and hang our clothes in the closet, to the way we cook our food and drive our vehicles. Guys be all like, we so much alike than we know. Absolutely.
What pains us and what when we get sick and we try to help each other, and when we're at a funeral and we try to console each other, and these are things that we all face and that we all have in common.
That's right. We are the same people. So Nuri says, let's see. Got to get over to that generation. We got to get over the generational curse of being jealous and being happy to help one another. Nuri, absolutely. She also says, me too, exactly. That would be great to have the panel, right? Absolutely, Nuri. You're welcome, TC. Was very nice for you to point your point of view and information, and she gave you the thumb, like the okay sign. So yeah, Next Saturday, Nuri, you know I'm here for the morning read or whatever, but definitely next Saturday for Soul Sister Saturday, because we're going to bring TC on the panel. I'm going to reach out to Miss Angel Domingue, get her on, and we're going to talk about some things over here for Soul Sister Saturday. Guys, this is your girl, Religion Link TV. You're watching Religion Link TV. I'm your host, Spirituality, and my spiritual ears say...
All
right,
right.
TC, yes. God bless you, sis. Have a good day. I may come back live later on, you know, just the powwows and just keep the Soul Sister Saturday thing going. Nuri says, alrighty now.
All right, yes. All hearts and minds clear, right?
I love you, Nuri. Nuri is always there. Wherever I'm just saying is, God bless you, sis, because I'm just saying usually be here too. She's pretty cool. Shout out to I'm just saying. All right, TC, I'll let you get off the phone. You have a great afternoon, and hopefully I may see you out in these YouTube streets. If not, I may go live later on, but nonetheless, you can catch me on the upload, premiere, and or live any day, Saturday through Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday on this channel. Have a good one, sis.
All right now.
All right, yep, peace. Nuri, take care. God bless you. All right, so she hung up. I'm going to X out of here. Guys, this was Soul Sister Saturdays. We had an amazing conversation with TC White Girl Reed. You guys know her from the YouTube community. Very powerful voice out here. She works in politics and she has a scholarship that she's promoting. So guys, hit TC up. If you didn't catch it on this replay, catch her in the live chats and ask her about that scholarship if you're in the Northeast. Okay, you have to be in the Northeast in order to do that. So let me go ahead and hang up. Alright, there we go. Let me go ahead and say goodbye to Nuri. Thank you, Nuri. And then, guys, I'm going to turn a little bit of music on. This is pretty cool. Thank you. Alright, so there we go. Alright. So we got that out. I'm going to go ahead and go off screen. Let you guys enjoy a little bit of my music. Outro. Things are running slow. You ain't know your girl was a poet, right, though? Alright, let's see. Get some music going. Guys, this was amazing. When I move, things will get a lot better. I'll be like more spread out. Right now, I'm like on a little eating table thing. I got my computer and cameras there, but I'm sitting back. So my music doesn't want to come on for whatever reason. I'm going to go ahead and give you a little bit of my intro, outro, and let you go. It's been amazing Soul Sister Saturday hanging out with you all. And I will see you later. Shalom.